My name is Belinda Weaver. My business is Copyright Matters. I am a copywriter, and right now you have the chance to join my Copywriting Master Class, which is my big copywriting course. And I've been talking a lot over the last week almost now about important mindset shifts that you need to have in place before you embark on a career as a copywriter. I've been talking about all the things that the course includes, which is heaps of content, but more importantly than that, tons of coaching and critiquing and feedback and hands-on mentoring from me. So it's packed full of value. But I've also brought on a few of my students. I've brought on Zoe Hurd from Get Hurd to talk about her experience going through the course and how she dips in and out of the resources even now. I talked to Elizabeth Bond from Whirly Bird Words, who was actually already writing copy when she started the course, and we talked about her experience. And today I wanted to talk to another student who has really kind of only just finished the course, Leeha Debnam from Mind Your Words. And Leeha is the kind of copywriter I think I designed my course for, someone who wanted to get into copywriting. What am I doing? I will let Leeha tell her story. So I want to bring Leeha in here. Hi,
hello.
Leeha. Debnam, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
That's cool. So your business is Mind Your Words, and where are you based?
So I'm based in Queensland in Australia.
Cool. And let's do a little introduction, because I've already talked about you a little, but let's say who you are, what you do, and what your customers love you for.
Yeah, so my name is Leeha Debnam. I'm proud to now call myself a copywriter. And like you said, my business is Mind Your Words. So I write, I guess, the projects that I've had recently are content for websites, blogs, and sales letters are the ones that I've sort of done recently.
Great.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I do. I'm based, like I said, in Brisbane, in Queensland, in Australia. And yeah, this is my side hustle. So yeah, I do it part-time.
That's good. And, you know, like many of the people, and myself included, you have small children, and you're working and having your building your copywriting business. You're doing it all around your family, and it's a really exciting journey because it's one that I've been on, and quite a few people in the course as well. So we're all keeping it real here.
It's definitely a juggle. And it's so I've been on mat leave as well. So I've had a lot of time not a lot of time with two little ones, but I've had more time now to dedicate to my business, and that's about to change. But I've now got the processes in place that are really going to help me when I do go back to my other part-time job.
Excellent. So let's talk about where you were when you signed up to the Copywriting Masterclass. So how did you feel about copywriting? Where was your business? Had you even created it yet?
No, I didn't even know what copywriting was. So
this is such a common start.
Yeah, I had no idea. And, you know, it's still to this day when I say that I'm a copywriter, I sort of see people go, what is a copywriter, you know? And that's exactly where I was. And I didn't have a business. I was working full-time for federal government, which is what I've done for over 10 years. And I was at a place where I knew that that job wasn't going to give me the lifestyle that I wanted. So I was, you know, limited to specific geographical locations. Wherever the state offices are, that's where I was limited to. And I really wanted something that was going to allow me to work from different locations from home, give me that time with my family, but also allow me to make a difference with small business. And I guess I went exploring other career options, came across the Hot Copy podcast when I was Googling copywriting. And then that's how I stumbled across yourself and your Copywriting Masterclass.
Cool. Awesome. So, you know, it's an investment in time and it's investment in money. They're the two things that often come up. Does that resonate in reasons that might have stopped you? What might have stopped you from signing?
Yeah. I did hesitate at the start, and the main reason was cost. So like I said, I was, you know, I had a little girl at the time, And I wasn't a copywriter. I didn't have a business. So I was really hesitant about investing that money in a future that I was really uncertain I was even going to like.
Yes.
And yeah, I sort of did a lot of umming and ahhing. Should I do it? And honestly, I have to say it's one of the best decisions I've ever made, because that investment and knowing that I had to invest not only money, but like you said, time to actually finish the course and do the modules is what has pushed me to keep going. And to,
Awesome.
you know, even though there might have been times where, you know, when I had a baby and I'm like, couldn't do anything or couldn't submit work for a few months, I could jump straight back into it, submit the work, and you turned around my, you know, exercises that I submitted so fast. I'm like, okay, I've got to do another one, you know. It motivate that investment and that time that I put in has really motivated me to keep going. And now I started a business.
Yeah,
so,
it's happening.
Yeah, it is.
You are writing sales copy.
Yep.
That's so good. That must be very rewarding.
Yeah, like I just I'm working with a client at the moment, and they're, to me, like sending that first draft away, you know, there's always that little bit of anxiety, like, are they going to love it or not? But these guys have come back and they love it, and they sort of picked up the phone and just said, you know, it's what sort of sets me apart is the customer service, like, and the processes that I've got in place that help me deliver that customer service. And it's just such a good feeling to know that I'm helping another business and that they're enjoying working with me. It makes me feel really good.
Yes, and like you said, like you're doing it, and the way you just said, I'm working with a client right now.
I know.
That's nice. That is.
I know, it's exciting.
So and because of your, of course, I will highlight part of my Confident Copywriting mentoring group as well.
Yep.
So that's a good follow on from the course that you're doing as well. But let's talk about the Copywriting Masterclass. So what has been the best bits of the course for you? What has been the most beneficial?
How do I narrow this down?
I love that it's a lot.
I know. I guess, like, like I said to you earlier, I had no idea about what copywriting was. I mean, I've always been a pretty naturally gifted writer, and I can write. But what I didn't understand before I did this course is that there is so much more to copywriting. There are, you know, the processes that you sort of go through. There's the techniques that you learn. And what you've done is broken it down into bite-sized chunks of work that I can do around my life. And, you know, and then I've got a whole folder here full of your course that I pull out when I need to, and I go back over it and, you know, refresh myself on what I've learned as I'm about to dive into another project with a client. So the fact that it's self-paced, like I think I registered for the course in March 2017 and I finished it late last year, I think. Late last year. And I love the fact that I can go in and out of it, that the feedback is that you give, like being able to get one-on-one feedback on the work that you submit is absolute gold, and you do it with such grace as well. Like, you know, well, I don't feel overwhelmed, you know, like, I mean, there was this, when I signed up for the course, I'm going, oh my God, I'm going to, you know, learn from a master copywriting expert. And, you know, you have the Hot Copy podcast. And I was a little bit nervous, but you put me at ease, and to get that kind of feedback on my work is, I can see how I can improve my skills and take it to the next level. And yeah, it's fabulous. So
that's good, because it's, you know, what is that makes me feel all the feels, by the way. What I appreciate is kind of intimidating is that first exercise when you're like, oh, I've got to submit it to a forum where everyone can read it. And then everyone's going to see what Belinda said about it. And I appreciate that that's a little bit intimidating. I know it gets easier, but that's the kind of feeling when you have to send work to a client, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, when you send that first draft off, you invest so much time and effort, and you know that you've done the best that you can possibly do. Yeah. And it's the same with the exercises. I mean, I didn't take any of the exercises lightly. Like, I always put 100% into it, knowing that you were going to be looking at it, and to get the best feedback from you, I needed to put that effort in. And and that's exactly what I got back, you know. Yeah, thank you.
That's right, because the quality of your copy was, you know, demonstrably better as the course went on, which I love to see. I love to work with people who keep submitting the worksheets because they just get better and better and better. Yeah. And that was definitely the case with you.
Yeah. And I can see that, you know, now that I'm getting feedback from clients, like I couldn't dream, you know, 2 years ago of getting feedback from a client saying that, you know, I've nailed their tone of voice, and which is what I've just got, you know. I'm like, yes, I've done it. You know, I'm running a business, I'm writing high quality copy, and I couldn't have done it without the course and without learning everything that you've shared in the course.
That's good. Quick tip, screenshot that email. Because not only is it nice to have a little folder of things, of nice things that people have said about you, but that can be nice little screenshots that you put into your proposals and your other sales material of clients going, you nailed it.
Yeah, I may have screenshot it and shared it with my mum.
Oh, definitely share it with your mum.
I was like, I've done it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting, you know, getting some testimonials up on my website. And like you said, these are the feel-good moments that come from being in business and from putting in all the hard work that I've done. And yeah, it's very rewarding.
Awesome. So just some things that you highlighted, because for people watching, I want them to zero in on the things that you loved. You loved that it was self-paced because you have children, you have family, you have part-time work. You're trying to get it all done and grow your business. So it being self-paced with no time limits was obviously a benefit. Yeah. The feedback was a big one for you because you wanted to improve your skills, and you found that got you writing better copy faster.
Yeah, well, see, I've done so many online courses I can't even remember, and a lot of them are just videos. You know, like you just watch video after video and you don't get an opportunity to actually put into practice what you've learned. And with your course, you get that, and you get to put it into practice, and then you get that feedback, you know. So, and I love the little high fives. When I get a Belinda high five, I'm like, yes.
Yes, and for everyone who's watching, when something's done really well, I have hashtag high fives, and I like to give out as many as possible. But yeah, that's the little thing that we do. So that's awesome. Cool. Well, tell us a little bit about where your business is at today, because you said you're just about to finish maternity leave. When do you think you'll be full-time with it?
Oh goodness, I have no idea.
Right. So confident copywriting, that's what you're working on.
Look, it is my goal, and I think I've said to you before, you know, like I have a vision board now. That was one of the things I started this year, and I've got I know exactly what I want to do over the next sort of 1 to 3 years, and 3 to 10, and then 10 and above. I've got it all mapped out. I know what I want. But yeah, so my business, I started it back in 2016. And then I was lucky enough to get an opportunity with my day job that saw me do a promotion managing a team in a different state, but I could work from home. So that kind of put my business on the back burner. Yeah. I've still managed to do some of the course, but not actually, you know, fully launch my business. So this year was, you know, launch. And I've just been networking, and thanks to the Confident Copywriting group that I'm part of, like the stuff that you send through to help us get that confidence. Like I'll say the course gave me the confidence to call myself a copywriter, but you've given me the confidence and the encouragement to build a business. And that's what I'm doing now. So I'm networking. I've got the ice cream truck going past.
So cool. The home ice cream truck.
Yes. I don't know what he's doing on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock. There's no kids here. Yeah, so networking with web designers, which was another tip that you gave me as part of that mentoring group. Every Tuesday now I'm part of a group of web developers and web designers, which is fantastic. And yeah, just continuing to build my business. I'm not in a position just yet to be able to say, okay, well, I'm going to take it on full time. But I'm working towards it, and I'm working hard towards it. And
I love how intentional you're being about things like, okay, I'm trying to find guest post opportunities. I'm trying to make, I'm trying to do collaborations. I'm trying to meet with people who will help me get the clients that I want to work with. And I love the fact that you're not doing it once and going, oh, well, nothing happened. You're establishing really good habits for your business. And I think that's magnificent.
Yeah. Well, if I don't, I mean, I'm lucky to have a couple of clients at the moment, but if I've got that downtime, I'm still working on my business. If it's, just writing a blog post for my own website, or going back through the course material, it's on just networking. I've got to continue to keep this habit going, because if I don't, then I'll get lazy and my business will suffer. So
the clients will dry up and you'll be free to eat home ice cream whenever you want. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Leeha. I really appreciate you sharing your experience with the course and how it's helped you. I know, we're friends now because we've talked so much, because you really suck the marrow out of the course, and I freaking love that.
I'm glad you said suck the marrow out of the course and not out of you. So.
No, suck the life out of me. No, it's been awesome. So thank you very much for sharing your experience. I've got a link to your website in the comments. And if anyone who's watching this has questions for Leeha or for me about the course, it is closing on Friday the 29th. So there's only a few more days to get in, and spots are filling up, which sounds like false scarcity, but it's not. And the reason I can't take many people is because I spend so much time critiquing and giving feedback, and on coaching calls and on weekly Facebook calls and stuff like that. I do give everything, because the results are there. Absolutely. So
definitely.
Thank you very much, Leeha. I really appreciate it today.
No worries. And if anyone wants to ask me questions, feel free. I'm happy to answer anything. Cool.
Thanks, well, thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks. See you.
Bye.